Hi, this is a Quarkchain ICO review. Check it out. Where you been, ho? That's what a lot of people have been telling me. I've been hustling. You know, it's been winter for a while in little crypto land that we're in, and it was hard to find an inspiring project during crypto winter of discontent to review. So during the winter, you just gotta sometimes hodl, right, and hibernate a little. God willing, now that crypto nadir of 2018 has passed, I finally found a gem that's truly inspiring and worthy of this CryptoHou to get off of Spumtoski and start doing the video and spitting some truth. Now, before we get started, I want you to think back in your mind. Remember the good old days when you had only dial-up? You're going, that's not good old days. Of course you don't. That's like BC days, dinosaur days. But all kidding aside, all right, there was a time when people had a dial-up on the modem and hear or something like that, and it was really, really slow, like 56K. It took like 10 minutes to download a song. So don't even think about downloading a video. And I know a lot of you are thinking, well, if I lived back then, I'd probably call 911. I wouldn't even call Verizon, AT&T, Comcast. I'd just call 911. It's absolute emergency. But there was a day when things were very, very slow, and then it was terrible. It was really terrible, but we didn't know any better. And for people who don't remember those days, you do remember last year, right? You do remember last year when CryptoKitties came out, and it just took Ethereum into a crawl. Because Ethereum can only process like about 15 transactions per second. So a couple thousand people playing consistently on CryptoKitties just took it to molasses speed. Now, what am I saying to you? I'm saying that 2018, okay, one of the biggest problems that a team is going to solve, the beginning stages of solving, is going to solve this scalability issue of allowing more people to come on the blockchain and go through transactions. And I believe I found the gem that's going to do just that. They're going to solve the scalability dilemma. All right, before we get to the nitty-gritty details of Quarkchain, I want to impart some fun facts. You know, I'm trying to always keep it lively with my son, asking him questions to help him, you know, get some more knowledge. So what is a quark? I'm sure you heard of it. You're thinking it's really small. I think it's probably smaller than an atom. It is smaller than an atom. A quark is a subatomic particle that makes neutrons and protons. Bottom line, quarks are everywhere, okay? And Quarkchain aims to be like the TCP/IP, in everywhere, used by everyone. Second fun fact, who's the most famous Asian of all time? Huh? Who do you think? Confucius? No. Jackie Chan? No. Jeremy Lin? I do like the guy, but I don't think so. Who? You know who it is. It's Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee, right? Founder of Jeet Kune Do, biggest Asian movie actor of all time. Inspires continuously. It inspires billions of people around the world. And fastest growing sport in the world, you know it's MMA. Dana White, the president of UFC, he says actually the father of mixed martial arts, if you will, is Bruce Lee. If you look at the way Bruce Lee trained, the way he fought, many of the things he wrote, and he said the perfect style was no style. You take a little something from everything. You take good things from every different discipline, use what works, and you throw away the rest. You see, this is what I see Quarkchain doing. This is what I see the team behind Quarkchain taking a whole bunch of information and learning best use cases from other projects before, especially centralized projects, and taking it into Quarkchain to solve the scalability challenge. Fun fact about Bruce Lee. He's very famous for a lot of things, but he has a technique he called the 1-inch punch. So he could put his fist like 1 inch away from your body, and without grinding his shoulders and whipping like other extraneous movements, he can just move with speed and velocity and knock a man down, right? So you're saying, well, what does this got to do with anything? I'm telling you, Quarkchain, in everything, everywhere, and it'll speed up the blockchain ecosystem. So, Quarkchain, what is it? It is a permissionless blockchain 3.0 project that wants to provide secure, decentralized, and scalable blockchain solution to deliver 1 million plus on-chain transactions per second. Now, I know you're thinking, I've heard of this before, credits and other type projects, and I don't know if I believe it. just hold your horses. They've got a really elegant solution. Plus, this is a team that I believe has the chops to manifest this vision. Quarkchain. It consists of 2 layers of blockchains. First layer is an elastic sharding chain, and the second layer is a root chain that confirms the blocks from the first layer. The second layer is flexible and can be resharded as needed without changing the root layer. Secondly, it aims to guarantee security by implementing a novel hybrid ASIC-resistant proof-of-work algorithm that uses market-driven collaborative mining. Third, it has anti-centralized horizontal scalability components to help mitigate expensive super-full node centralization. You can mine it with GPUs. Fourth, efficient cross-shard transactions. Cross-shard transactions in Quarkchain can be issued at any time and confirmed in minutes. It has Ethereum virtual machine integration. This is huge. This is huge. Not seen with Zilliqa and other type projects. Quarkchain will be integratable with Solidity. This will make it easy for Solidity dApps to be ported onto Quarkchain. I want you to look at this picture right here. All right, think about this. You're in LA, right? You're in 12 lanes, a highway, and you're just thinking, I should have had a friend sit next to me, because I'm stuck in the regular lanes, and if I had one friend, I could be on the HOV lane. All right? So many times you've been stuck in this situation. You're thinking, I'm stuck in traffic. Same thing is happening with CryptoKitties before, and same thing will continue to happen on blockchain ecosystem when more and more participants come on. Quarkchain is going to allow people, as Quarkchain increases in nodes and miners, to actually expand the HOV lane. Think about that. You'll be able to go, the more people comes on to Quarkchain, the faster it'll go. It's an exciting thing, and because they're integratable with EVM, we're going to be able to port so many users as this thing scales. Especially if Ethereum doesn't solve the scalability solution as fast as Quarkchain. Competitors, right? You see Bitcoin about 4 transactions per second. Ethereum 10 to 15. Quarkchain has already had a testnet release. It's doing about 2,000 transactions per second. It's already head on shoulders above the rest. And you see the centralized stuff is 45,000 with Visa when it's scaled up during Christmas holidays. Alipay 256,000 transactions. And what we're looking at is that Quarkchain will be able to support up to 2 billion shards, okay? So we're looking at targets above 1 million transactions per second on chain. It's very, very exciting. Mark Andreessen says, we'll all look back in 20 years and conclude that Bitcoin was an influential platform for innovation as internet itself was. And we hope that Quarkchain will be absolutely instrumental in solving the scalability challenge. Timeline, okay? As you can see, this timeline, it started Q2 in 2017. Blockchain scalability, problem research. A white paper was drafted in 2017 Q4. In 2018 February, verification of 0.1 white paper release. They've already a little ahead of schedule on the testnet, and on Q2, they're just starting to scale out. By the end of the year, we're looking at 100,000 transactions per second, and we want to be, of course, Quarkchain wants to be the first shardable blockchain to release the mainnet in this year. Token metrics. Listen, it's not very much to show, but here's what I will tell you. It's 20 million hard cap raise, which is very equitable. Private sale, overbook, white listed to be announced. Bonus structure, country excluded, token distribution date, conversion rate, all to be announced. Okay, crowd sale to begin in late May or early June, possibly. You're thinking, George, you mean I think you should have done more research. Only thing I can say is this. I'm sworn to secrecy. I'm a hoe. I keep a lot of secrets, right? And I'm telling you, the team and the research and things I've heard so far, it's an extraordinary project. Raising 20 million, they're super oversubscribed, guys. They could have raised a lot more. I mean, multiple, probably 4 or 5x if they wanted to, with the team and the elegant infrastructure. So it is to be announced. But even if you don't get into the ICO, I'm telling you, this is a long-term project that has huge positive ramifications. Let's look at the all-star team, starting with Zhou Qi, expert in high-performance systems. Former Googler, has over 15 years of development experience, PhD from Georgia Institute of Technology. I believe he's also worked at Facebook, Dell EMC. Next, Wang Zhaogang, senior software engineer, expert in large-scale distributed systems, 6 years work experience at Facebook, Google building systems, also Instagram, capable of processing millions of queries per second, master of a computer science and University of Michigan. Next, Ma Xiaoli, research scientist, full professor at Georgia Tech, IEEE fellow. Research scientist, Yang Yaodong, PhD advisor and Xi'an Jiaotong University, partner at Demo++, PhD from Virginia Tech, dedicated on blockchain development and research. Wu Wenzheng, fund manager, assistant professor at RPI, expert in model simulation verification, distributed and autonomous systems, PhD from Georgia Institute of Technology. It's a lot of Georgia Tech guys here. Advisors, Bill Moore, distinguished engineer at Sun Microsystems. Mike Miller, PhD physicist with over 100+ publications. Founder of Cloudant, acquired by IBM before. And Chen Ziyan, expert in cybersecurity. All-star members of the team, all-star engineers, academics, and advisors. That's why I believe, and I'm confident, because they've processed and scaled out centralized systems that process millions, if not billions, of transactions per second, that they can do the same for blockchain. Project overview, pros. Experienced team with all-star engineers and academics, first-rate group of advisors, work experience Facebook, Instagram, Google, EMC, Dell. Functional testnet already, 20 million hard cap. Put that in perspective, Zilliqa, last I checked, is worth like $690 million. And a lot of other blockchain type projects, we're talking about $500 million to $1 billion plus. This one, raising 20 million with a team like this, has a lot of positive room to grow. Guys, massive FOMO. I think really it's this, the all-star for a second quarter ICO, maybe for all of 2018. Significant improvements from Zilliqa, including, as I said earlier, full integration with Solidity and all EVM dApps. This could be a huge first mover's advantage. Cons. Business experience. Not a lot of entrepreneurs on deck. Token metrics to be announced. Lack of business partnerships. Well, let me tell you, lack of business partnership. You know, I'm Asian, so China, a lot of people, they want to keep things close to the vest until it's absolutely ready to explode, because they don't want people to copy all their code. You can think about that. Competition, there is competition. Zilliqa, EOS, Ethereum, tons and tons. But competition is good. Competition is good because that means that we're on the right trajectory. 25% hash power malicious attack. You know, this is a bifurcated blockchain. There are two layers, and if a group aggregates more than 25% of hash power on the root layer, it could be a malicious attack. I'm sure there's a solution for it. It's above my pay grade. Privacy. Privacy is a big point. You know, in 2018 beyond, especially the fact that everybody can see everybody's business on the blockchain. Now, this Quarkchain wants to link up with enterprise systems. I'm not sure how many Fortune 500 companies want all of their details to be accessed by all their competitors. Project overview. Team, 9.0. Project, 10. I'll give it a 20, but 10 is all I can do. Token metrics is to be announced, okay, to be announced. Overall, 9.5. Now, some people were going, well, to be announced means 0. No, because they're raising 20 million for a blockchain infrastructure project, and they got an incredible team, and they got very elegant solution. They got sharding. They got a lot of cool stuff. If they can do 60, 70% of what they're saying they're going to do, I don't see why they can't do 60, 70% of what Zilliqa is at this time, which will be probably 400, 500 million market cap, and from 20 million hard cap raise, that's pretty good. Again, there are no guarantees, okay? But to me, it's a strong, ultra strong long-term hold. Let's talk about the goal of 1 million transactions per second. The bold goal that Dochi has proclaimed for Quarkchain. Let's see what Bruce Lee said. If you always put limits on everything you do, physical or anything else, it will spread into your work and into your life. There are no limits. There are only plateaus. And you must not stay there. You must go beyond them. You must go beyond them. This is the passion that Dochi has, and this is the passion that Bruce Lee exhibited. And when we're talking about Bruce Lee, Bruce Lee's cemetery is in Seattle. He was buried in Seattle. And it's an awe-inspiring visit. You definitely need to go there. I mean, the vistas, the scenery, it's so gorgeous and so serene. And when you get to his plot, you realize that one man, through dedication, through passion, incredible hard work, is able to change the world with his uplifting story of industry. Dochi, I really believe that all your founding members have an inner dragon within them that wants to make a mark within this blockchain ecosystem. And Quarkchain can become the Bruce Lee of crypto. The ramifications of you successfully implementing your roadmap is immense. And I, for one, look forward to seeing you shine, brother. Quarkchain and go. Guys, if you like what you heard, please subscribe. Hit the subscribe button and do a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, just post them down below. You see me at a blockchain conference soon. I'm actually going to LA tomorrow. Come see me, okay? And if you like it, you know what you do? Inner salutation, okay? Secret salutation. Just bust in the Bruce Lee move, and they'll go, woo! Like that. And people around us will go, these guys are kind of quirky, or maybe they got sinus problems, but that's okay. We just know we're Quarkchain acolytes, and we saw it right at the beginning. Quarkchain.